Hey everybody, welcome to episode 122 of the Rise or Die podcast. Intentions are everything. So I was having this conversation the other day with one of my sales guys. He's new, training him up on sales. I think it's one of the best ways that you can go. A lot of people who have been around 20, 25 years, it's really hard to teach them new things and actually make someone moldable. One of the easiest things that you can do is take someone who has no experience and train them from the ground up. And that's been my approach in a number of companies across sales teams. So that's what I was doing, and I was having this conversation around, okay, sales and influencing someone is very actually similar to manipulation in a lot of ways. It's trying to invoke action out of somebody that does benefit you. However, the big difference is the intention. If you're coming from a place of trying to bring value, if you're trying to come from a place of I know what's good for you, and not in like a condescending way, but truly I believe that this is the best thing that you could do for you or your business right now, that's very different than trying to manipulate someone into writing you a check because you want the money. These two things, influence and manipulation, are very closely related, but don't get them confused. Everything comes down to intention. See, too many people are chasing the sexiness found in entrepreneurship, wanting to go after the money, wanting to go after the cars, and that's why you go on Instagram, and that's why you'll see all this garbage about girls, houses, cars, you name it. I'm not saying that any of those things are pointless, but when that's your focus, you will do anything to close a deal. I did this for the longest time. I would go after the next dollar. So I would close deals that I really shouldn't have and then figure out, well, how the hell am I going to deliver? I don't actually know. And I would pull it out of my rear and even lose money in a lot of cases. The reason that most people fail is that they're going after all of the shiny objects, right? They're going after all this crap that you see on Instagram, social media, etc., and they're not actually trying to bring value. Was Mark Zuckerberg trying to go after money right from the gate? No. He was going after bringing value and connecting individuals. This goes across the board. It's about bringing value, and this doesn't just apply to business, it applies to relationships. Think about the next time you're in an argument with your wife, and it's funny because my wife is within earshot. Thankfully she has headphones in at the moment. Now with that being said, think about the next time you're in a fight with your wife or girlfriend, whatever the case is. Are you coming from a place of you want to win, or are you coming from a place of, hey, I think this is better for us or you or what have you? Are you coming from a place of good intention, or are you coming from a place of selfishness? This is one of the things that I learned the hard way after selling lots of deals and having lots of fights that were really pointless. My goal in life is to bring value. That's why I do this podcast. I get literally nothing out of this. I don't get business. I don't get ad spend. I don't get anything. I just want to bring value to the marketplace, value to those around me, value to the relationships that I care most about, and going from there. So the question that I have for you today is specific to balance. So there's body, being, balance, and business, the core four, but specific to balance, how can you bring more value to others around you? And just because it's balance doesn't mean that you can't apply this to one of your clients. Balance and business actually do collide often. They intermingle together quite often. How can you bring value to the client that you just got off the phone with? Shoot them an email and bring them value in some fashion or another. Do the same thing with your wife tonight. I'm recording this on a Friday night. Go take your wife out. Not because you want anything, but simply because you want to invest in that relationship. So pick something across balance that you can do to invest in the relationships that you care most about. With that being said, that's it for episode 122. As always, I'll talk to you tomorrow for episode 123, but in the meantime, if you find any value, yes, it's getting redundant. If you find any value in this whatsoever, give us a quick subscribe on YouTube or a quick review on iTunes. We certainly appreciate it so that we can get this podcast to as many people as possible and really expand the Rise or Die attitude across as many people as possible. Talk to you soon.